An exciting time because there's more beers coming into the supermarkets, and the supermarket at the moment seems to be Morrisons, with about half a dozen new beers or more in there. I managed to get a few of them this week, and we're going to start with this. This is a Northern Monk Order of the North. It's a double dry hopped IPA, but what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're going to review one of the first of the new beers from Morrisons. This is a Northern Monk and it's Order of the North. Now, it's a little bit similar, and I had to sort of have to look twice because they used to do one called Order of the Faith, which was like a sort of another spin on the faith sort of recipe. Similar sort of can. This one's, it's with this dark and sort of brown on it, or this golden brown, I should say. It almost looks like it should be a stout, but it is a double dry hopped IPA. It's also in collaboration with Rivington. Now, I've had a few beers on the channel by Rivington, an excellent brewery, make really good beers as well. So hopefully this collaboration is going to be a good one. It says hazy, juicy and tropical. The hops in it are Idaho 7, Azaka, Strata and Citra. Great four really good hops in there. So I'm looking forward to having this one. Let's crack it open, get it in a glass, see what it's all about. I mean, when you look at Northern Monk and supermarkets, they've got a very good track record. They've never done really a bad IPA in there, whether it be Scafell, whether it be Transient, which is the Morrisons one, Order of the Faith, of course, that they had. Also, Faith in Futures. So there's some really great beers from them, sort of IPAs. So let's get this beer in the glass. And so Rivington, you know, they're obviously in collaboration, but we've not seen them in supermarkets before. So beer in a glass, well, it looks absolutely stunning. We've got a really thick, hazy looking, bright yellowy gold coloured body with 2 or so fingers of pretty much just off white compacted head. Yeah, pretty damn good. I mean, what I'd say as well, this was £4. This is one of the more expensive ones, but from the looks of it, probably going to be worth it. Let's see what the aroma's like. Mango, grapefruit, citrus. It does smell very bright and very fresh and very clean, I think. 7%, it's at higher end, but it certainly from the aroma, you get all those sort of big citrus, lemons and limes and grapefruits in there. You've got a bit of mango, you've got papaya in there. Smells really good and really inviting, so let's see what it tastes like. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, that is brilliant. Real sharpness of grapefruit, zesty citrus, lemons and limes. I'm trying to think what else we've got in there. Certainly papaya, certainly mango. It's very hop forward, but I still think the big flavour is really grapefruit, both sharp, sort of bitter grapefruit on the back end, and there's a sweet pink grapefruit on the front end. It's got there is a little bit of, it is very hop forward. I mean, you've got 4 different hops and it's a 7% and it's double dry hops. So there's a nice sort of dryness as well on the back end. It's a real robust quality IPA. New England IPA, but it's pretty much close to a New England IPA, I'd say. Yeah, grapefruit is a big flavour. A little touch of melon, a little touch of sort of gooseberry. Those real green, sharp fruits as well come into it. But lots and lots of grapefruit, really. But in a nice sort of way. Body-wise, yeah, I mean, we've got medium carbonation. It's a fairly thick sort of beer. It's always weird saying creamy because you expect sweetness, and there's not really much sweetness in this. It's very sharp and dry. Maybe just a little bit, a touch too much of that sort of that grapefruit bitterness, really. I'm not really getting anything in terms of pine. As I said, it's dominant with very light, bright sort of fruits. Citrus, grapefruits. It's all in there, but it's a pretty good beer. And, you know, there's a lot of flavour. There's a lot of hop. It's very hop forward. There's a slight little bit of hop burn there as well. And it's incredible again. I mean, I've said it recently, but with supermarket beers, it was only sort of, you know, maybe a year, 18 months ago that a lot of the supermarket beers taste like a watered down versions of beers that they brewed normally. It's like, oh, we're doing them for supermarkets. We'll sort of put a little bit less hops and less flavours, but this is full of flavour. It's amazing the amount of hops and just real juiciness that's gone into this beer. It's a good start for this Morrisons as a whole. So, Order of the North, it's a good beer. Norfolk, Monk, Rivington, two very good breweries, so you expect something good, and this is a good beer. £4. Is it good value? Well, we'll find that out in the scores. So here they come. Okay, the scores are in for Order of the North, Rivington and Northern Monk, Double Dry Hot IPA, 7%. 4 different hops. We have Citra, Strata, Azaka and Idaho 7. It's a really good beer, and especially the fact that it's available in supermarkets. It's amazing how good this beer is. Funny, when I bought it, the checkout went, oh, they're expensive. And I was thinking, God, if she knows how much you pay in bottle shots for this sort of beer, you know, it'd make her eyes water. But the other thing I'd say, and although this is sort of in the value for money, but with all of these beers in Morrisons, if you buy 4, I mean, you can buy 4 of these, or you can buy 4 different ones within the craft beer section, you only pay for free. You get the 4th one, the cheapest one out of the 4 that you buy for free. So, as I said, this was £4. So you buy 4 of these, you can get 4 of these for £12. But obviously there was others at £3, £3.50. So, you know, somewhere in between. So it makes it even better value for money. But let's go through the scores. Firstly, aroma. Well, when I first opened it, I thought it was full of aroma. It seems to have died down a little bit now, but there's definitely lots of sort of mango and grapefruit, the two sort of big sort of aromas in there. There's lots of big tropical sort of aroma and very bright sort of citrus fruits as well. I think it's pretty good. 14 for aroma. Appearance, well, I think the colour of it itself, I mean, look at that. That is the proverbial custard in a glass, chicken stock, whatever you want to call it. It's very sort of thick looking. We've got some nice lace in the glass, reasonably nice sort of stable head there. I think it's not worthy of a 9 out of 10 for appearance. Flavour, well, like the aroma, there's a lot of mango, but to me the big fruit in here is grapefruit. It's you get straight away quite quickly that sort of sharp grapefruit flavour. Yeah, there's lots of sort of waves of sort of lemon and lime in there as well. A little bit of the other sort of green fruits like a bit of melon and gooseberry comes in, maybe a little bit of white grape. It's soft. It's very sort of dry on the back end as well. Got a slightly, it's certainly got a medium body, makes it a little bit creamier in terms of the mouthfeel. A little bit of hop burn, I think, a tiny little bit of hop burn. Just some of those flavours, almost like it's almost too much going on in there to give, and that sort of gives that sort of slightly sort of over ripened fruit, that slight hint of dankness. Some people would love that. You know, you can really sort of tell that there's a lot of hops going into this beer. Flavour wise, I'm giving it 34. I think it's pretty good though for a supermarket beer. Value for money, well, again, £4 for this, so the expensive end, I suppose you would say, of the beers. Notice that, I mean, Transient was certainly started at £4. I think it's actually gone down, it's still in there, it's gone down a little bit now to £3.50. That started at £4. So we're getting more of these ones at £4. But a 7% IPA, double dry hopped, with 2 different breweries involved, 4 hops, and at 7%, I think it's a pretty good value for money. Say if you bought 4 of them, then you'd only be paying for 3 of them, so you'd be paying £12. So that worked out £3 a can. So I think that would be really good value for money. So I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. And my overall experience, it's definitely got a nice mouthfeel. It's got that big fruitiness up front, lots of mango and grapefruit. I suppose the grapefruit is a little bit, it's very sort of, it's dominant in the beer, and And you don't normally expect, you expect a bit of grapefruit on the back end, but you expect a bit more juice, but you get grapefruit as soon as you drink it. And to some people that would be great because you get that real strong flavour, but it stays all the way, and you also get a lot of dryness on the back end. I mean, it's double dry hop, so you expect a little bit of dryness, but it's really dry. It's almost like you drink it and you think, that hasn't quenched my thirst, I need to keep drinking it, because it is very dry on the back end. So if you like that dry flavour, then I think you'll really like this. But the grapefruit never gets to the point where it goes too bitter. It's just about right, really. I'm giving it 13 for overall. I think I would have preferred a little bit more juice, a little bit, just slightly lighter lightness of it. Maybe because it's brand new, 7%. So maybe it's a little bit on the sort of overly fresh side, if that is the entire possible, but you're getting a lot of those sort of very, very strong flavours. Still pretty good though, and tighten the scores up, we get a 79. So nearly highly recommended, but certainly definitely recommended. If you've got Morrisons near you, give this one a go. Certainly if you like IPAs, double dry hopped, or otherwise. I mean, it's obviously more on the sort of East Coast, New England style beer, but it's pretty good. And I think that most people that like craft beer will really enjoy this one. And as I said, £4, good value, but by 4 of them, it's £3 each. Good beer, good start to Morrisons. As I say, we've got ones from Magic Rock. We've got some, and we've got some from North Brewery as well. So there's quite a few new ones. The one that I couldn't get hold of, didn't have at the time, was the Salt New England IPA, and that's the one I'm probably more excited about than all of them. But I probably will get that one because there's a few others that I didn't get. They've got a few West Coast Pales. They've got West Coast IPA in there from Thornbridge. I think they've even got new Brewdog stuff that I hadn't seen before. But, you know, I only had so many hands and so much money, so I thought I'd buy, I think I got 4 of these, 4 or 5 of them. So, yeah, pretty good in terms of the new beers. So, hopefully we'll be seeing a whole new realm of new beers from the likes of Tesco and Asda and Sainsbury's as well. Make it a cracking good summer. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing because it really helps the channel. And until the next one, keep on rocking.